Yeah. Your boy is bald once again, bro. It is what it is, all right. But ladies and gentlemen, we're back with some more One Piece. Last time we watched episode 970. Today we'll be watching episode 971. Now, in the last video, we went ahead and got to see the best and the worst of young Odin. All right, bro. This man, he's been going through it. He's been going through a lot. He has been going through identity crisis. He has been going through a sort of stage in his life where he wished to escape from the confines of his city, of his country. And eventually, even though he found that freedom, he wanted more. You know, he knew that there was more out there in the world. He found his ticket out of there. He went out. He saw the world. He met the love of his life. He had children. He did a lot of what he wanted to do, but neglecting his own his responsibilities to his country as the destined ruler of Wano. He found that all that he wanted for himself put Wano at risk, and now we see this snake, this monster Orochi, has done irreparable damage to this once great country. Alongside the power of Kaido, they have ruled and dominated Wano with an iron fist, putting it through a sort of industrial phase, forcing slave labor and putting people through the worst they could have ever experienced. So of course, hearing all this and seeing that their forces injured his wife while he was gone, he couldn't deal with that. He decided to go up on his own, run all the way to the capital, and take on Orochi alone. And of course, we know that that sort of thing is not going to go as planned. It's not going to go well. And although he was strong enough to take out all the forces, he just wasn't enough to break through that barrier. Now we see Bartolomeo's Devil Fruit taking front and center, protecting Orochi. Those two old demons, it's doing everything in their power to make sure this guy stays safe. So as far as what exactly went down between them, what conversation arose, it is unknown to me, but whatever they said essentially forced Odin into submission in the worst way possible. This man has decided to forego all of his pride, all of his original the reasons why people originally respected him, and he decided to burn all that, destroy it, and just made himself look like a fool in front of the townspeople. No matter what, the image of Odin as this great protector was meant to be destroyed in the eyes of the people. That seemed to be the primary goal here, making him out to be this fool. And it clearly worked, because as much as you like to not believe it, the destruction of a man's image can happen pretty quickly. And I think it does hurt him that he was gone for so long and left his people in shambles, essentially. So when he comes back, they expected this huge heroic moment. They've seen him perform great feats of strength, slicing that boar in half, and all this other craziness that he's been able to accomplish. And seeing him like this now, essentially, forgetting them and taking this low road, they were quick to believe it. So I don't really blame them, but it is sad to see for sure. And of course, as this continues on for a while, kids are making songs and stuff like that about him. Now we got nursery rhymes of Odin's failures and all this, these lies that they spun up. He's human, all right? He's human. He can only handle so much. And I guess the straw that broke the camel's back was learning of Roger's execution. And we saw it was a display that was painful to watch. It seemed like he didn't know whether to laugh or to cry, to be sad or to be happy. Roger was an enigma, to say the least. He was a mystery. But one thing for certain was that he always had a smile on his face. He always, no matter what, was laughing, even though he was suffering a debilitating, debilitating disease. He wanted to put on his best face for his crew. So, the man lived his best life. So what can you do except be happy that he was able to accomplish so much? So, I mean, it was dope to see. We again, they had us watch Roger's execution once again. We got more details as to who. A lot of important people were there. It was incredible to see just how impactful of a figure Roger was to a community like pirates, who you wouldn't think there is much honor amongst thieves, but there is. They were all like, wow, this guy's really gone. He was a goat. Whether you love him or you hate him, he was a goat. We had to be there for his execution. But yeah, it was definitely a sad episode, to say the least. But let's get into this new episode here, episode 971, to see what occurs. If you guys would like to watch videos a day early, go ahead and join the Discord. Free in the description. Join it. But if you guys would like extra early reactions, go ahead and check out the Patreon. You get reactions up to a week early. And I think that is about it. So my headphones are broken and I gotta try something new for this video. So I'm gonna just play this through the speakers. That's what we're doing today. Hopefully it works out well. Let me see where I'm gonna start this. I guess I'll start it here. Let's turn this up a little bit. Hopefully it's not too loud. All right, I'm gonna put it like right there. All right, let me turn it down a little bit. So if you're watching the full reaction, it's gonna be the same thing. Oh wow. Okay, so this is what we learned of Moria and Kaido. Okay, so this is Moria before he got sunned. He looked pretty cool. Yeah, Moria was talking about how Kaido really tossed him around and sent him back to the to the Great Blue Sea, that first half of the Grand Line. But yeah, if you're watching the full reaction, it should be no different. If you're watching this on YouTube, it might be a little bit, it might sound different. I don't know. We'll see. No. Oh my god. I wonder if Orochi wants his clan name to suffer the same, I guess, disappointment or embarrassment that his did. So it's like kind of payback. It's like, I'm not even going to poison you or kill you or nothing, bro. I'm just going to make you suffer the worst possible disgrace that I did. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, she'll stand by you through thick and thin. He's embarrassed himself. He's expecting everyone to leave him. Hyogoro! The silly lord. Who dat? Who dat? Who got the shadow face? Someone we know? Look at my boy's hair, bro. That man really got blue flames on him. Super Saiyan blue over here. My boy Raizo. Yes, Raizo. I do too. I know. He has a good reason for all this. How many years? Four years passed, bro. Okay, now we making moves. He got the squad ready. The ninja force. Young Shogun. He's like, bow down to me, you foolish man. There it is. There it is. Man, he really sunned him. You know, this is giving me Walking Dead vibes between, oh my god, between Rick and Negan. When Negan sunned Rick. Oh no. I guess that might have been the deal then, right? Between Kaido and Orochi. Oh. Okay, so that's how he gets captured. It's crazy. Without Kaido, he'd have nothing, really. Because his fighting force itself isn't that crazy. It's with Kaido that's really... Oh my god, bro. You better watch out what you say right now. You better watch your mouth right now. Choose your next words carefully, brother. No, don't stop talking. Is that a threat? You bet. Oh, no. He is playing with fire right now. What did he say to you for you to even accept any of this that's happening right now? What does he have on his head, bro? Man. I just want to know what they told him, bro. He's got to have something crazy on you for you to be accepting this right now. Not even accepting, just tolerating. Yeah, I'm assuming Orochi made a promise to Kaido that he'd turn Wano into a weapon manufacturing place if he helps him conquer it. So then Kaido's like, alright, I'll help you out. Just make sure everyone here is making weapons for me. Like, what leverage is he gonna have on Odin, though, if he just takes out, like, the people he cares? Those are the people he's trying to protect. Yeah. He had to. There's no other explanation. But what was it? What did he say to you? Mm-hmm. It's time. We stand by you. The true Shogun. Burning souls. The Akazaya 9. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for spoiling, narrator. I didn't know that. Without blinking my eyes? Alright, I got you. Let's put tape. I'm watching. Not blinking, bro. Not a single blink. Don't look away. It's going to be nothing but epicness. He's still walking. Y'all gonna be tired by the time you get to the battlefield. Come on now. Where the horse is at? What is this? What shakes the land? Oh boy. Did they know? We were expecting you, Odin. That's a lot of people. Hundreds. Thousands, buddy. Thousands. And there's Kaido himself. Odin's like, step back. I got this. The dragon. Emperor of the sea. Kaido. He said, "You thought I was drunk?" I wasn't expecting a war. Y'all got a rat. Who ratted? Who ratted? What was it? So was it, as long as you don't kill nobody, I'm gonna do what you ask? So they bluffed? He's right. You gotta watch what he's saying, but he's definitely right. Because it happened. It just happened. We seen it. So they somewhat stood a chance 5 years ago, but now... y'all really don't know who we are. But I mean, like, there's a lot of people, though. This is definitely a lot of people, bro. Like, I don't know. This is a lot. But he is carrying the rage built up from 5 years and a thirst to protect who. Oh my God, bro. They're about to go in. Where did they go? What happened? They evaporated. What did he do to them, bro? They disintegrated, bro. They simply ceased to exist. Oh, Lord. They did. The way they did this is fire, though. This is fire. This is fire, bro. Dog, each one of these members is like 1,000 men in one. This is 1,001 right now. Y'all ain't nothing, bro. Look at my boy Kawamatsu. Cat Viper. I should have been saying their names as they went crazy, dog. Dog Storm. Yeah. Oh my Lord, look at the movement. Yes, sir. Kanjuro. Paint on him. Paint on him, fools. Raizo. Cutting through. Denjiro. They are going in right now. Yeah, y'all never fought them for real, for real. Y'all turning into flowers and petals. Y'all ain't nothing. Jesus Christ, what are y'all watching right now? There we go. The petals were blood. It was blood, guys. That's what the petals signified. That was a cool little, although censoring it, that's still cool the way they did it. You gotta stop kicking your older brother. Oh my God, you're gonna break a tooth. Man, oh man. I mean, I guess she had the plan, just in case Odin loses, to send him into the future. But, you know, it's like, the ability itself is very, very, very strong. But, I mean, without the knowledge and experiences and growth and actual, you know, aging, it's just still sending an 8-year-old into the same future, same desolate future that would have occurred otherwise. So maybe it would have been a better idea for both Momonosuke and Hiyori to stay with Kawamatsu. I mean, they had no way of knowing which way would be better. But I don't know, man. I guess having both ways go, have one child age properly and the other just send him into the future just in case, especially the one that's going to be the heir to all this. It's just like, It's a tough situation all around. And, you know, the fact that this has been set up since Punk Hazard, the introduction of Kinemon, I would have never guessed the importance of Kinemon's mission and just how deep it was. Like, this connects to a lot, bro. This connects to a lot. And yeah, you know, from a writing standpoint, you could just say it was all plot that Luffy happened to find Kinemon like that. But I mean, it's a cool way to introduce Luffy into this world, into this struggle, and it pushes Luffy's story forward as much as it pushes the overarching story of One Piece forward. So it's really cool to see it all come together like this. But yeah, there's some animation here that's definitely going off. Like, my boy Odin went supersonic speed on him, turning him to petals. Now let's all just envision this as being blood spurting everywhere. Good lord, just cutting through these fools like butter. I love how every single one of them got their own little moment like this, just going in. Dog Storm probably the best one. Look at the movement on him, bro. Just going in right now. And then Kanjuro painting. My boy Rizzo throwing them shuriken. Now, you do have to. I mean, obviously, Odin doesn't win this, and this is the fight that sparks their separation. It does make me wonder though, like how, you know, oh no, never mind. I understand this. So the more I hear of this story and this background, I also try to go back into, try to recap what occurred since meeting Kinemon. So Punk Hazard, Dressrosa, and, you know, Whole Cake Island didn't really touch on this at all, but then again with Zoe. So, you know, Captain Jack going out and looking for Rizzo and Zoe, and, you know, now and make before it was just like, you know, the uncertainty of what could have been and what happened, but just how adamant Captain Jack was that Dogstorm and Cat Viper knew where Rizzo was. It was just crazy to me. And now seeing, you know, the way Kinemon approached them and all that, like, they did all that really well, bro. Just fleshing out their backgrounds. It was, you know, they had to balance this sort of like reveal of it all, like they, like, you know, Kinemon approaching them and not making it seem too obvious that this is how it all went down. They already knew each other, but also like painting it in a way. It was like they had to do it both ways, right? They had to make it seem like, oh, Kinemon is his first time hearing all this stuff he doesn't know. But then they also had to make it look like Kinemon was familiar with all of this, right? Because he did know. Yeah, he had this history with it and all that. So, seeing this all again, you know, his background with them and, like, you know, the lengths they would go to protect each other. Because they were saving up. They were saving up to make sure they could fight again in Dogstorm and Cat Viper to make sure Rizzo didn't get taken. So, the lengths that they went, incredible. The loyalty. Now we know where that loyalty comes from. So, yeah. And I don't know if we're gonna get, the deeper we get into this fight, if they're gonna have help at all, but they have a much stronger fighting force. Obviously lost Odin. That's a pretty big loss, but I don't know. We'll have to see. But that does it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Next time, actually, this video will be going up on Patreon. And I'll also have a bonus drop on Patreon for $9.72, so you guys will be getting both of those episodes today. So yeah, that does it for this video here. Next time we'll be watching episode 972, where they're going into this fight. I think we're approaching the end of this flashback, because now we're approaching current time, where we're at in the story. So I feel like this was wasn't necessarily, you know, it was supposed to be Act 3, but I feel like this is Act 2.5 almost. We're gonna get into Act 3 because we haven't really stepped foot into what's supposed to be occurring currently. I mean, last I remember, before going into this flashback, they weren't able to rendezvous with the forces, right? So We'll have to see what happens with that. But that does it for this video here, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode just as much as I did, and I hope to see you all in the next one.